I'm Ben Winslow on Utah's Capitol Hill. The 2025 Utah State Legislature is officially over. Our lawmakers got a lot done. Here's a look at what they accomplished over the past 45 days. Lawmakers adjourned sine die after passing hundreds of bills and funding a nearly $29 billion budget. They passed another tax cut, keeping with a pattern going back years.
Again. But one thing we did is we also funded education. We gave teachers a $1,000 bonus.
But it won't stop a citizen referendum being run by labor unions over a bill that stripped public employee unions of their collective bargaining rights.
I don't think it's any secret that the public feels that the legislature is not listening to their concerns in general. Not just our concerns, but the public's concerns. This is the way that we make them listen.
Some major policy shifts happened this year. Career and technical education got a huge boost for students. Colleges and universities will get an overhaul focusing on getting students into career-ready fields.
The resources that we get need to be put to the areas where we get the best value for the state and for the students. And so that means we're going to have to make some hard decisions about programs that we offer, where we offer them.
Utah's energy needs are a top priority, with a major new source being explored,
which will move us forward as a state to get us over that bridge from coal and gas and geothermal and everything to nuclear, hopefully.
But a bill designed to help Utah grow in the form of a new beehive development agency to oversee major development projects was scrapped after public pushback.
Get it in the sunlight, let everybody look at it, give us this year to look at it and understand it better, and then make sure that it's all about local control. This gives so much control to the governor and to the, just to the state, and that's not the best way to do things.
Bills were run this year that appear to pressure Salt Lake City over its streets and demanding more of a crackdown on unsanctioned camping. Some unsheltered Utahns showed up on Capitol Hill to lobby against it.
It's deplorable. It makes us as human beings look less like human beings, and I would hope that with only this but us being here, that brings attention to it, awareness, and change and progress.
Lawmakers say they did take some good steps to address affordable housing. A bill designed to help Utah's air quality finally passed, and some big bills passed giving parents and kids more control over their digital lives.
All of these bills aim to really substantially change our vote by mail system.
Election security and voter rights clashed on Capitol Hill. Utah's very popular vote by mail system will now see some big changes in the coming years, but lawmakers did respond to public pressure.
I think we're all sort of settling for what's now in front of us because of what was initially released was so harmful to our system. I think it still needs a lot of work.
Bills targeting the judicial branch were also watered down or abandoned entirely. Bills aimed at the LGBTQ community faced protests, including one that blocks classrooms and government facilities from flying certain flags. So these people unfurled a giant pride flag on Capitol Hill.
We hope that legislators see these birds and remember who is depending on the lake.
Throughout the legislative session, these performance artists danced amongst the power brokers, calling attention to the plight of the Great Salt Lake and demanding more be done.
I will say, are disappointed in the lack of what has been brought up this year.
Republican legislative leaders buck criticism that they're not listening to the people or that Capitol Hill is exercising too much control.
The legislative branch is over policy of the state of Utah. We are the closest elected officials to the citizens of the state, and it's important, I think, that those that are elected are making the decisions.
One of Utah's top Democrats says you have the power to change what you don't like.
Look at what's going on up here. Let me know if it's the people who you truly want to represent you. And if it's not, then go find someone or run for office and knock on doors and make sure that people who truly represent your voice are up here with me.
Governor Spencer Cox says he's pretty happy with the bills that passed overall, but hints some may get a veto.
I do think there are too many bills. I say this every year. I mean it this year. I mean it every year. But yeah, I hear those criticisms as well. And that's what this 20 days is about. We'll look at those bills. We'll try to see if we got the balance right. If not, we have checks and balances for a reason.
There's obviously a whole lot more, and we've got a complete digest for you to see at fox13now.com. This session may be over, but many lawmakers are already planning for the 2026 session. On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.